Hey you guys, it's Isabel. I know it's been a while. Just things happen, life happens. So today I will be doing the update for week 31, 32, and 33. I'm currently 33 weeks. The symptoms were completely the same from week 31 to 33. Like it's just they gotten more intense. Like the Braxton Hicks, they coming more and more often and really painful. I started experiencing what the carpal tunnel in my hands like more than I used to before, and then the RLS, the restless leg syndrome, especially when I'm too much on my feet. Like during the end of the day, my legs start like it's a muscle spasm, but it feels like your whole leg is like shaking uncontrollably. It's very annoying. I've heard the chamomile tea helps with that, but I try to drink tea, but I'm still struggling. Like I cannot tolerate any type of tea. I just cannot. I will force myself to drink it, but haven't been successful so far. What else I was going to add? I actually seen my doctor the day before yesterday. Everything is going great. I have gained so far. I have gained so far 7 pounds in all, comparing to my pre-pregnancy weight. So yeah, not that much. I still follow vegan diet. I still eating clean. Um, Recently I started having some very weird cravings. Like I love the sauteed onions. Like I will do my vegetables and like I have to add the sauteed onions to it. Then the what else? Papaya. Papaya have been my new craving, and cherries. I've been enjoying them almost every day. It's really good for you, and cherries are good for your body and also for the iron. Um, and there's like this annoying symptom, the constipation. Thankfully, I don't have it, but like if I don't go how like every day, to me it's like I feel like I'm constipated. So which actually you're not, because you don't have to go every day. So what you can use if you struggle with it is prunes. I know they not that satisfying. It sounds gross. Um, that those are prunes. You just take like two or three. You put them in a cup, and then you pour hot boiling water over it, and then you let them sit overnight, and then in the morning you will just drink the liquid and eat them, and that helps you go like later on in the day. So if you're struggling, that definitely try that instead of drinking the prune juice, because once you drink the prune juice, I know it might be helping and so on, but it too piles on the weight, and you don't want that. Um, Also, what else I was going to say? Um, I will be doing a video about the hospital backpacking. I'm going trying to upload it sometime next week, hopefully, because I've been so busy lately. It's just it's getting really hard getting all the things done, because I'm trying to get everything done before it's time to go to the hospital and before I actually have the baby. I'm trying to get everything organized so when I'm in the hospital, like that when the girls are watched, like everybody is feeling comfortable that everything is in the right place where it's supposed to be. It's really easy to locate and so on. Okay. else I was going to say? So yesterday I had a sonogram done. It's actually my last sonogram. My doctor told me that I don't have to go do it again because, as I mentioned before, at 28 weeks, when I went for my sonogram, I was cleared that the previa is not there anymore and my placenta has moved. So, and the baby is growing fine. As of yesterday, he is 4 pounds and 15 ounces. I know it's just an estimate, 1 pound, give or take. So, yeah, they said that's a perfect weight for this point of time. So, it's like right now it's a home stretch. Like once like I'm started like reach the weeks like 30 plus, I started getting really really tired. Like towards the end of the day, I'm just like white. I can't. Like I just all I want to do is just sleep. I just can't wait to put Gleason to sleep and then just go to sleep. It's getting really hard, and now the weather is getting hot, and that's not making it any easier. I'm feeling miserable all day. Um, so what else I was going to add? I'm actually planning my middle daughter's birthday. She will be having a spa birthday party. I will try to vlog it. She's really really excited about it. Um, because I cannot handle a whole bunch of kids in the house right now, and especially her birthday is next month. It's like 3 weeks from now, and in 3 weeks I will be too tired to be handling 6 and 7 year olds. So it's better off doing it somewhere else where everything will be provided. So yeah, then my allergies, they are really severe during pregnancy. I remember when I was having my middle daughter Madison, it was really bad as well. My doctor told me I should take the Claritin, but without the D, because they say that the one with the D contradicts something with the pregnancy and it's not good for you and you should avoid it. So I'm taking the regular one. Bless you, baby. So I take that one, and it's like there are days that I'm okay and there are days that I feel horrible. My ears itching, my eyes, I cannot stop sneezing, and like feeling just horrible. What else is going to add? So the Braxton Hicks are really really painful right now. At times I be feeling like wait a minute, are those Braxton Hicks or are those like real contractions? Because they're getting really, really painful. It's like as you progress more into late pregnancy, they get more and more frequent to prepare your body for the real thing. So those aren't fun. And then again, too, my doctor told me that since like literally I'm having Graceland and this baby back to back, um, my body didn't get enough time to fully go back to normal. Like it was still like how she put it, like it's still like not everything was fully like closed, like all the muscles and stuff. That's where this baby sits much lower, and it puts a lot of pressure. The baby sits really low and it's painful to get out of the bed, and the sciatica is very annoying at times, and SPD, the symptoms pubis dysfunction, like my hips, everything start hurting. Like at times I can't even walk straight. How much it hurts. Um, what else? What else was going to add? So like I said before, like the week 31, 32, and 33, they completely like identical. It's only like with each week it gets harder and harder. But I'm so grateful and blessed that I reached 33 weeks mark right now. Now my now it's like It's not too far till the end. I had Madison. I had Madison at 39 weeks. She was the the only baby that stood that long. Everybody else came out earlier. Graceland, she was born at 38 weeks and 5 weeks. Oh, I'm sorry, 5 days. 38 and 5. So almost 39. So hopefully this baby, as like he can stay as long as he needs to. The longer you stay pregnant, the better, the less complications. Because Gracie was born at 38 weeks and 5 days, and she still needed the NICU. She needed she needed to be under the light due to jaundice. Because all of my kids have my husband's blood type. I'm a O plus and he's a A plus. All of them have an A plus, and only Michaela, my 9 year old, and Madison, not Madison, and Graceland, they had jaundice. Gabby, my oldest, the 12-year-old, she didn't have no jaundice. Actually, she was born at 35 weeks, but she was fine. They were suspecting it, but she didn't have it. Her belly was normal. So was with Madison too. I was held hostage in the hospital. They had to draw blood 150 times to make sure that she doesn't have it, and she didn't, thankfully. And two, like they both were born like during the warmer days. Like Michaela was born in November. It's cold, and there's not much sun out there to put her in the sun. Same was for Grace, and she was born in March. It was still frigid out there. And Madison was born in the summer. She was born in June, and thankfully she didn't have it. And if there was actually something, I could have put her by the window and so on to make the belly drop. What I was going to add and tell you, so if you are like you had your baby and then the doctor is telling you the baby's belly is high, it has to stay under the light, and you should switch to formula, please don't listen to that. You don't have to do that. It's not you that cause. It's not the milk that causes the belly to rise and so on. Um, your best choice will be to breastfeed because, as you know, breast milk it has those laxative properties like the colostrum, which makes the baby poop more frequently. And the more the baby excretes stool and pees, the lower the belly gets. Because the belly is in the liver, so it needs to excrete. This is when the yellowing of the skin will disappear, and you can take your baby home. Trust me, I've been through it twice. And I had doctors come to me and tell me, you know what? I don't know. You're not gonna have enough milk to feed the baby to make them poop enough to get rid of the jaundice. I don't like being told something like that in a negative way when they don't know what I'm capable of. Because like don't doubt yourself. Like God gave you breast for a reason to feed your child, and you can be unstoppable and you can do anything. Trust me. So she was my second baby. With my first Gabby, I was struggling with breastfeeding. I'm not gonna lie, it was hard because there was nobody around me really to guide me and show me how it is done because my mom didn't do it for that long, and then I didn't have no one to tell me otherwise. So I still fought and I fed her till she was 15 months, and that went fine. So when I had Michaela, I already knew what to do, and so on. And then what I didn't like that the doctor is like he was acting like he has X-ray eyes and telling me, oh, you're not gonna be able to breastfeed, like literally that my milk won't be enough to feed the baby to get rid of the jaundice. But oh well, I proved them wrong. And this is what you should do too. Don't let no one tell you otherwise. If you put your mind to something, you should follow through. If you believe in yourself, you can do it. Trust me, you just have to have the positive attitude, then you can do it all. So this is what happened. They've been telling me I won't be able to do it, blah blah blah, this so on. I was like, okay, no problem. I'll prove it to you. left my room, what I did, I asked the nurse to find me a pump. And I started pumping. I know it was ridiculous little amount of milk, but I was pumping nonstop. I was drinking a lot of water. Like every time I pump, I drink and I drink and I drink and I pump. The more you pump, the more you produce. Because once you do that, it will signal your brain to produce more milk. Because the more you put the baby on the breast, the more milk it will be making. So your body will know and your brain will know. Look who is here. It's Gracie. Say hi, booby. You're not happy today. Okay, so and this is what exactly I was doing. I was um I was I was pumping, drinking, and like I think on the next day I started making much more milk, like 5 ounces on each side, and then it increased to 8 on each side, and I was keep on pumping, and because after the second day they will tell you to go home, and this is exactly what happened. Of course, I didn't like that. I wanted to stay in the hospital with the baby, but there is no way for me staying because there is nothing physically wrong with me. So she had to stay under the lights, and I will come to the hospital from 6 in the morning until like 10 p.m. I won't leave the hospital. I will come like in and out. I will stay in the NICU waiting area. Then I will go back for feedings and so on. So I kept on bringing pumped milk, and the fridge was already like overfilled with milk, and they told me stop bringing, like it's too much milk. And I was telling them that like I want her out of here, and like they should feed her so she can come out. And then the ridiculous thing my OB at that time said, like, oh, why you here? Just leave, go home, decorate the nursery. Oh no, I don't feel like decorating the nursery when my baby's in the hospital. Like because every time I will be coming home, and then people will come up to me and say, oh, why you leave the baby in the hospital? And that will be so irritating and hurtful because it's not like I willingly let her stay there. She has to stay there so she gets rid of the high bilirubin. So she was in the hospital for 8 days, and finally her levels were so high that they said that if the next level comes even higher, she's at risk for brain damage. Like it was a really tough time, but we made it, and she's a happy and healthy 9 year old today. So like what I wanted to tell you with this, that don't let nobody tell you that you cannot do something. You are capable because I did it, you can do it too. And then the same thing was with Riesling. She had jaundice, and I was just pumping and giving her the milk. The her was really difficult because I didn't really spend time with her at all. After I had her, the way my labor was so quick, um, it was like I was in labor in like for an hour and 20 something minutes. So, and when I arrived at the hospital, I was fully open, 10 centimeters dilated, with contractions coming every 40 seconds. It was so intense, but the baby didn't drop yet. The baby was still kind of high. And the difficult part about it is that I had to bring the baby down. It was so horrible. With each contraction, like it felt like my whole body was being paralyzed. I was having this sciatica episodes. It was really really hard. So, and then the way she was born so quick, she had some type of breathing problems. So she had to be in the NICU. They had to monitor her, that her oxygen is at 100, and so on. So at that point, I couldn't even go. They wouldn't let me go downstairs after the delivery because they were afraid of the hemorrhage. So I was able to see her, I think, 6 hours after I delivered. So I came to breastfeed her. And then after that, she spent there 24 hours. And then I came back to see her. She was obese, and they telling me how her oxygen is good. They took off like the machine. She don't need to be hooked up to it anymore. Excuse me. And then as soon as I went downstairs like to my room, and I was thinking like finally she's gonna be spending time with me, but I was so wrong, because then next second she came to me to the room, I'm holding her, and then there's this pediatrician comes and tells me how her belly is high and they have to take her back. I just broke down. I couldn't handle it. It was too much. I literally couldn't spend any time with her, and I was afraid that she wouldn't take my breast, because all I was doing is pumping, and she was getting the breast milk from the bottle. It was one concern of mine. And then they took her. She had to stand at the light. They put her actually under the three lights, and then with that, they said it would be quicker to bring it down. Of course, I was pumping a lot to make sure that she gets everything she needs. And then the nurse suggested that not to take her out to feed, let her uh, let her get fed by nurses while she's still under the lights, so I don't waste time like her being out of the machine without the getting the treatment. The longer she stays in there, the faster she comes out. So it was really tough, but I did it. And yeah, now all of this is history. So just if you come across this problem, don't let them tell you that you should give them formula to get rid of it. Breast milk works, and it will work faster because it makes them poop much more. They will poop non-stop. So yeah, this is what I was gonna tell you, the advice I was gonna give you about jaundice, because it's really scary, and this is actually a concern of mine right now, because when the baby comes, I really hope not to deal with that again. So Grayson, come on. She became really clingy lately. It's like she feels that there's someone else coming along. Otherwise, she's a good baby, but at times she's like a band-aid stuck to my skin on my handbag. So what else I was going to add? Oh my goodness, the pregnancy brain is still there, and it's like at times it's like very crazy. I'll be Kobe holding something in my hand, and I'll be looking for it all over the place, like spazzing and thinking, oh my god, what I do, where I put it. It's crazy, right, Grayson? Um, I'm still breastfeeding, as you see. Grayson is 14 months right now. Um, her and her brother will be probably 15 or 16 months apart, depending when he comes. But right now, I know that I started producing colostrum, because she be pooping like a newborn, literally, a lot, and that's the milk. I'm pretty sure of that. So this is the funny part about it. But I'm glad she's getting it. She's getting all the antibodies and so on that could protect her. And then now with that pandemic, never ending annoying pandemic, never it's going up. It's really crazy in New York right now. They say that hospitals are full with patients, and it scares me, because I hope they don't do like too many restrictions at the hospital and no one can accompany you while you're in labor, that would be really scary. Um, I'm really afraid of that. I just can't wait for it all to be over. It's so draining and just tiring. We've been going through it since 2020, and it's like it's not going anywhere. My kids went through it over the Christmas break. It was a disaster. Like literally, me and Grace are not the only two people in the household that didn't have it yet. Knock on wood, thank God. So, what's the matter? So, like I mentioned before, I will do the hospital backpacking video with all the essentials that you need and some stuff that you don't need. Then I will be talking about that what you will actually need postpartum, like to have on hand once you come home from the hospital. So yeah, I'm trying to think if I didn't forget to mention anything about the symptoms and all this pregnancy fun stuff that I've been going through. So now I'm pushing for even more than a gallon of water because one one leg, like one ankle keep on swelling towards the end of the day. It's very annoying because like I hate it. I just hate when the swellings happen. I brought it up to my doctor. She says she's not concerned because it's not really a lot of swelling. But she told me not to wear no tight socks. Try to wear dresses and like more roomy stuff. So nothing is too tight on your skin because when the stuff is too tight on your skin, that's what contributes to the lower end of your body to be swelling. So yeah, what else I was going to add? And then to this weekend, I'm going to try to buy like the like essential things for the baby because I haven't bought anything yet. Besides the clothing, I don't have nothing that I bought. Of course, I have the swing and so on, everything from Graceland. I just need to get him like a crib and some other things. And I'm really debating on what type of stroller I should get because she's obviously still a baby. And when getting around with them, like going somewhere, I rather them to be both in a stroller. So I'm still debating what kind of stroller I will get. I was looking at the Mockingbird and the even flow pilot and trying to see the reviews which one is better. If you guys use those and like please let me know in the comments how they worked out for you, which stroller is better. So yeah, I think I will conclude my video on that note. Thank you guys so much for watching and please comment, like and subscribe and see you soon. Until the next time, bye.